What is up once again, boxing fans, boxing critics, boxing analysts? This is Renee, Box Young. What's going on? Hey, I just want to talk to you about Floyd Mayweather's big announcement. It happened last Wednesday, right? He gave his announcement last Wednesday. I got it here on boxingscene.com. A lot of y'all probably saw it or probably didn't. I mean, that's why I kind of want to talk about it and just my analysis on it. I typically, I'm not the type of person to bring out breaking news or nothing like that. I just do I do my analysis and perspective and commentary on concerning breaking news and things like that. So I'm not the type of person that brings it out at the very minute. You know what I mean? I do my analysis after retrospect and investigating upon the matter. BoxingScene.com. It says here Mayweather's big announcements is new venture, not return. So. I mean, you probably saw it. It's on YouTube, Instagram, on Floyd Mayweather's official Instagram account. He put that little video on there. And it says here, the big reveal by the former pound-for-pound king wasn't a rumored ring comeback or even information on a future Mayweather Promotions event. Instead, it was his latest business venture as he's partnered up with daily fantasy sports app, Daily Number. So he did a business deal with Daily Number, which is it's a fantasy sports application. So that's what it was, and I really don't. It doesn't really matter what he said. I mean, it's just part of what he announced and promoted. He did it in a real professional manner. It was like he was promoting a commercial or something. It was interesting the way it looked staged. Just watch the video. But the reason I call this video, I'm saying it flopped because the thing is that this announcement was on Wednesday. April 17th, 2019, as you can see there, right? And the thing is that, and all that, in that date, all this commotion came out, right? Gerald Miller, yeah, and, here again, BoxingScene.com, it says here, on Thursday, April 18th, that's when Gerald Miller came out and said, hey, I don't need it, I'll be vindicated, and, the truth will come out and whatever, right? But it says here on Wednesday, that's what I want to say. Like on Wednesday, that's what I want to show you guys. Miller was denied a license to box by the New York State Athletic Commission. So over the first drug test, right, and then he came positive again right after that, and then it's just a big mess up there. But anyway, I mean, this is the reason why. I think this is one of the reasons, not the reason, but this is one of the reasons why Mayweather's big announcement wasn't that really big. For him it is. I mean, for Mayweather it's a big announcement. For his team it's a big announcement. For his entourage around him it's a big announcement. But as far as boxing fans, I mean, we all thought, I mean a lot of people thought at least that it was going to be a big announcement on, right, fighting Pacquiao or something and him coming back to the ring again, which I can honestly care less about, because Floyd Mayweather, I mean, and I think a lot of this goes back to also of him not, backing up, African Americans with the Gucci, the whole Gucci controversy, the whole Gucci, scandal that came forth with the line of clothes that they brought out, the masks and, whatever they're called. I mean, I don't know but, a lot of rappers came out, big names, 50 Cent, they came out and they were against that whole Gucci line that they were bringing out, and I think that was a bad call by Gucci to do that. But and Mayweather, what did he do? He turned around and he got a video, I think it was with TMZ, I don't remember, but he said, hey, I'm not gonna follow the crowd, I do what I want. And then he, I guess, blatantly went in Gucci right there in that same video. I'm gonna go buy a shop in Gucci right now, and he went to buy Gucci stuff and products. And I think from then on, I think it's like from around that time, it looked like a lot of interest and a lot of support for Mayweather has dropped. And I agree with that, man, with the people, with the community, African American community. I stick with them because, that was a bad call that Gucci did. And, I'm not trying to bring up what's in the past, but, it's still relevant. And the thing is I think that a lot of people now just don't really care about Mayweather and him, I don't know, in this sense, right? In this sense, I mean, I loved him. I love him as a boxer. What he has, put forth in the sport, amazing boxer. As an athlete, I really like him. But when it comes to his business ventures, I can care less. But I just want to bring this out, to show you guys how this announcement really isn't that big for the boxing community. A lot of people can care less. You could go to Instagram. Also, a lot of comments too. A lot of comments. A lot of people disappointed in the announcement, the big announcement, quote unquote. Like I said, it's big for him, but for the boxing community can care less about his deal with DN, right? This company, right, with daily numbers. So I mean, a lot of people can care less about it, and I think this was a factor, also a big factor that I think this was a big factor where Gerald Miller, Papandreou, that thing was all over. That thing was all over the news, all over the boxing community. This thing just ran rampant, So yeah, and it just kind of like drowned out this whole news here, drowned out his voice. Because boxing fans want to know what's going on with boxing, not about personal business ventures that they may have. In this case, Mayweather. So, and I personally think that it's best that he just stay out of boxing. I mean, good for him. I mean, great for him doing this deal. But and I can care less about it. And I honestly hope he doesn't come back, because you just leave it at that. Because when he fought McGregor, what I'm saying, mixing their names. When he fought McGregor, and then he did that exhibition match. I mean, that's great for him. Great. I mean, there's nothing against that. But I think McGregor being part of his record. I think it's 51-0. I don't know if this is correct here. I thought it was 51, but anyways, yeah, I think that fight with McGregor that he had, that pretty much got my interest off of Mayweather after he fought McGregor, and this whole build up for McGregor fight and stuff, that pretty much killed my interest in really wanting to watch Mayweather fight anymore, because from now on it's just going to be fights like that. And if he fights Pacquiao, which I don't think is going to happen, they're both old, they're both out of their prime, and even though they're great fighters still, but I don't see a purpose in really watching that. So I think that's the best thing that Mayweather should do as far as boxing is concerned. Continue promoting, continue, building up his fighters, and helping and giving back to the fighters, the up and coming fighters. I think that's the best thing to do, and guiding them and gearing them towards a great boxing careers. For his fighters. I think that's the best thing he can do, and doing his other whatever he does. His other business ventures. But when it comes, and that's the thing about Mayweather, that we all know that he always wants to, like. He was in the ring, walk in. He was in the ring with Spence when he fought Mikey Garcia before they fought, right? When Spence did the ring walk in, Mayweather was right there standing with him, right, in the ring. And, it seems like I don't know. A lot of people say that he tries to, he tries his best to be in the limelight still as far as the sport of boxing, right? But I think he should just take a step back. And I think it would be way better for him to be more like Al Heyman, right? Working in the background, you know what I mean? Maybe, yeah, it doesn't mean he can't. Doesn't mean, it's nice he's in cameras sometimes, and but it's better for him. He had his light. He had his limelight for how many years? So many years, more than 20 years, right? In the professional, in the sport of boxing as a pro. So I think he's had enough time. Step back, man, and be a commentator or something, and whatever he's doing, all his business. Which you don't even want to be a commentator, but it's nice to hear him here and there. But I mean, for him always to be in the limelight, trying to steal the light, and like this, for example, oh, big announcement, right? And he can have his argument, obviously, in the sense that he just said it was a big announcement. He didn't say it was about boxing. He didn't say it was about anything. He just said he had a big announcement. So I mean, we respect that for sure. I mean, I respect that, but yeah, I mean, the point of me making this video is that. His big announcement seemed like it turned out to be a flop for the boxing community, right? I mean, for us, it's like, okay, who cares? Okay, next, it's like, okay, let's move on to boxing, please. You know what I mean? And so that's how I see it, And I remember, man, Wednesday, April 17th, Wednesday, and days before, obviously, when Mayweather said there's going to be a big announcement, a lot of people were expecting. But then when this came up, wow, everybody could care less about Mayweather and his announcement. You know what I mean? Much respect to Mayweather, but so I just wanted to share that with you guys, and it seems like that's great for him. Like I said, I reiterate, it's great for him and his team, but I think it's time for him. It's been time for him for a while. I think for him to just step back and just work on and focus on his companies and his business, his business deals and ventures that he has. It's best for him to just focus on that. When it comes to boxing, just do your promoting that you do, but just stop stealing the limelight from other, up and coming fighters in the welterweight division, and like for example in the welterweight division or in any other division, in this case, like with Tank, and I think it's best for him to let Tank speak for himself, because it looks like Leonard Ellerby, yeah, I mean, it looks like him and Mayweather are the ones who are speaking on Tank's behalf more than Tank speaking on his own behalf. That's kind of how I see it, and it seems like there's just some long interviews on Leonard Ellerby, which I love. I mean, I love hearing Leonard Ellerby, but it looks like him or Floyd Mayweather are the ones who have the say more when it comes to interviews and things like that. I mean, there are a lot of Tank interviews too, but it looks like they're talking a lot for Tank too. So I mean, I think it's best just to let Tank talk for himself. Let Tank speak for himself. He's a man now. Yes, he's a little man. He's a young man. Not a little man, but he's a young man, yes. But he's not a boy anymore. He's not a little kid, so he's an adult. I don't know, what is it, 21, 22, something like that. So he's a young man, and he can make his own decisions. He can speak for himself. So, yeah, man. So I saw it as a big flop. What do you guys think, Comment, subscribe, like Renee Box Young. I want to hear your comments. Yeah, check it out. You know what I mean? Check out this comment section. Go ahead and give some comments. Shoot them out there. Renee Box Young. Thanks for watching. Peace.